Do you like a square cake?
Um, Let me tell you something, Lana Ja'Rae. Does it look like I turned down too much cake?
Oh.
Mom!
Are you a lady like me? Introspective, beautiful. Oh, are you intellectual like me? Beguiled by a bargain? You like wild times? Oh, like me? Are you serving the community like me? Well, if you are, then you must be very Delta. Today's guest is the girl of your dreams.
Oh,
It's Lana Ja'Rae.
Hi.
Hi, beautiful.
How are you?
I am great. I'm so grateful you're here. I always have time and want to talk to models
Oh my god.
because I love models. I love.
That is so sweet. Oh my god.
It's really true because in the 90s, we were obsessed with the supermodel movement.
Yeah.
And there were always models before that, of course. I mean, I could think of even before the 90s, like Janice Dickinson, Beverly Peele, like models that I loved. But the 90s was such a thing.
Yeah.
And right now, more than ever, it's like a resurgence of models, the supermodel movement and the look of the 90s. When did you become obsessed with models?
I think I was just obsessed with models because the way they express like femininity. I'm obsessed with femininity and being feminine because like I was told like I couldn't be feminine. So like the idea of like doing something that I was not supposed to do and seeing these women be powerful, I was like, I want to be able to command the room, like walk onto a runway and have everybody look at me and stop and stare. Like I just love the idea of just like gagging people, gawking people, making them just like want to know more about you. I just love it.
And like many queer people, you were raised in a household that wasn't really focused on
At all.
who we are, right?
Yeah, at all. I was raised in a gospel household, very Baptist, Christian. Parents were very shocked to see me become a drag queen, I think.
And how do they come to terms with that now?
They like it now. Like obviously, I mean, I feel like any parent would have to like be proud of their child if they like do like really proud like good things. I think all my parents wanted was to see me like succeed, and so that I'm succeeding now in drag, they're like happy because like I made it for myself.
Yeah. I find that for myself, I know, and for a lot of friends that have parents that maybe in the beginning were nervous about it or not understanding or maybe just flat out didn't like it. A lot of times it's that their concern is how other people will treat you.
Yeah.
And so they want to protect, And
That's why I always see, I never judge my parents for that because I'm like, they're flawed people as well. They're never going to be perfect, but also like I know they tried their best and all they want to do is protect their child. So like I can't take it personally because like at the end of the day, it's not that serious. Well, it is that serious, but like they do love me, because they gave birth to me. So
and look where we are. I mean, we're in a place.
I'm on a podcast with Delta. Come on, parents, you better be tuning in and watching. Come on.
Aw, but really though, because they see where you are. I mean, you've made a name for yourself in what you do and what you love, what your passion is. I mean, you've literally walked New York Fashion Week.
I know. I was like, after like Drag Race, I was like, if I can do anything with like my platform or to make it feel like I did something with my time on Drag Race, to like walk in New York Fashion Week, because I know getting into the fashion world is so hard. So like if I can take one step into it and like do it, then I can feel like I did something. So I was like very happy to do that. And for Jeffrey Kelly, someone who like did so much for my Drag Race package, I was just so happy.
That is so fierce. And it's interesting too because we all, as people who have been on Drag Race, we admire the image of RuPaul, the supermodel.
Of course.
I mean, the supermodel is really that's the benchmark. That's what and it's when people watch Drag Race, I think it's interesting as fans of Drag Race, they go, well, RuPaul doesn't have to do that. Doesn't have to do this. I do feel like all the challenges are based on things that RuPaul has done.
Yeah, everyone's like, oh, if RuPaul competed on Drag Race, I don't think RuPaul would like do well. And I'm like, I don't think people understand RuPaul in their prime. Like RuPaul would be killing all these challenges.
RuPaul did all of those things.
Yeah.
Like come up with a club concept, come up with all the acting challenges. Even now we get to see like on TikTok or whatever, like reels and clips from the old RuPaul show, the VH1 show, which
Yes.
I lived for.
I love vintage RuPaul. It's my favorite.
My favorite too.
I wish she tapped back into that. I mean, she is now. I think she's being more silly online. Like all those funny and silly TikToks and stuff she's be posting. I'm like, why is she posting that? But also like, thank you for posting that because like it shows that she still has the heart that she had from back then.
Yeah,
which I love.
yeah. It's something that I think we all love to see.
Mm.
It's so fun. When you look back on Drag Race and you see like the time that you spent there and all the challenges that you did, could you see yourself doing like going back and doing like an All Stars or Against the World?
You know, everyone has been asking me that because like I would love to go back on TV, obviously, but I feel like I have so much like going on Drag Race. I realized I had so much to grow, so much to learn. I'm so young. I was the youngest on my cast, and like being like trying to pigeonhole myself as like a model, then realizing that I'm so much more than just the model, and I feel like I've grown so much in the time of that I've been off of Drag Race. It's been like what, a year now. So like imagine myself in like 2 more years or 3 more years. Like I want to
Sure.
give myself the ability to grow in drag. So like I don't want to rush because I want to be back on TV again. I want to allow my drag to evolve, and then hopefully when I feel like it's time, or I feel like I'm like the mega evolution version of myself, I can go back and kill it because I didn't kill it the first time. I did good, but I want to do great, you know, and I want to feel
Yeah.
great when I go back.
That's a really wise way to look at it. What about if it wasn't Drag Race immediately? What if somebody came to you and they said, "We want to do a Lana Ja'Rae show. Lana Ja'Rae's modeling agency is the show."
I'm obsessed.
I love it.
I'm like the agency and I'm finding models.
Yes.
Oh, I'm down. I mean, I don't
Yes.
think am I that qualified? Yes.
Why
Why
wouldn't you
not?
be? Why
Exactly.
wouldn't you
Why
be?
not? Why not?
Why wouldn't you be?
I would love to. That sounds amazing.
I could see that. You could teach people how to walk. You could teach people because there's so many avenues to
Yeah.
modeling. I mean, yes, of course, the idea is to want to be a couture model,
Mm.
right? You want to be
Absolutely.
on the runway. Yeah, there's also other kinds of modeling, not knocking it, but there's catalog modeling.
Mhm.
There's plenty of other things for other people to do. There's hand modeling. You could be other people could be a hand
Honestly,
model.
a lot of people have the hands for hand modeling, not the face. They have the face for hand modeling. A lot
The
of people
face
do.
for hand
have
modeling.
the face for hand modeling.
Girl, that's like when people say, "Oh, you have a face for radio."
I was like, oh, wait, like wait a second.
What the fuck did you
Like,
just say?
what do you mean by that exactly?
Because that's a stern read.
Yeah, that's a nasty read. I love a read that's like a compliment. You say it with a smile. That's my favorite.
Yeah, that doesn't make me feel Gouda.
No.
It doesn't.
That just brought so much joy to
What
my
makes
heart.
you feel Gouda?
Honestly, my cat Gouda. Or just like honestly, anything. Laughing makes me Gouda. I just love like finding the little things in life that are silly and unserious. Like
Mhm.
puns. I love puns. I love cheese puns because I think that it's just so stupid. Like why is there a cheese pun? Like why are there so many puns for these little things that honestly I don't even like cheese. But I like that people make jokes about it. Like if I have like another cat, I'm gonna name the cat Brie Jackson.
Okay.
Or Swiss. Or if I would get a pig, I would name it Peppa, like Peppa Jack,
Right.
but Peppa Pig.
Peppa Jack is cute.
Because it's so silly. It's like why would you not name your cat after cheese, or like why would you not name an animal after something so silly? Because like life is too serious. Like
Yeah.
make it lighthearted and stupid.
Well, what is your cat Gouda like?
Very attention hungry, just like me. I feel like we're the same person. That's why I love her so much. Or them. They're non-binary. My cat is non-binary.
Okay.
Yeah. But we literally do the same. We cuddle all the time.
And what do they look like?
They're like a brown tabby cat with green eyes.
Oh.
Have black little streaks on their back, black little belly.
And how did they come into your life?
Well, people don't know this. Well, when I tell people this, they think it's like I'm like lying because I do dress as a clown now professionally, but I used to actually be a clown in New York City. I would like work birthday parties, and my coworker had like a litter of cats, and they were gonna give them away like to the pound or something if nobody wanted them. And I hate cats, or I hated cats before Gouda because I was told cats like sucked your life out of your body when you sleep, and I was
Mhm.
scared of that. So I was like, okay, I'll take this cat in because like I don't want the cat to be left on the street or like stranded or somewhere unsafe. So I took the cat in, and it was like during like one of the lowest moments of my life, just like mentally, because I was still trying to figure out what I was doing with my life because I had just moved to New York, and so this cat like gave me a sense of just like purpose. And so like it kind of like fueled into my drag, and that's why like everything is like Gouda morning, Gouda day, Gouda this, because like Gouda literally gave me the passion to get up every day. Because I was like, now I have someone to come home to. I have someone that I have to provide for, you know.
I love
So I love that
that.
little baby. I love her so much.
What kind of product do you think she would be a good model for?
Definitely like mascara or like blush. Her face card is insane.
Really?
She has like I cannot take a photo with her or a selfie with her because she will outmug me every single time.
Oh, she's that girl.
Yeah, she would have like a makeup brand. I think she really would.
Let me ask you. I'm going to ask you a couple of questions.
Of course.
Which is this Gouda or not Gouda?
Okay.
Okay. A New Year's resolution.
Gouda.
Gouda.
The Gouda is.
Do you make them yourself?
I do.
Really?
I have a couple this year. I want to start working out more.
Uh-huh.
And I want to stop doubting myself in 2026. And I also want to start like every day I want to do something new.
Is there something like that out there that say is like a big new thing that you haven't done?
I mean, I used to be a huge gamer as a kid. And so I'm trying to tap back into that reality. I just like suck at video games for some reason. Like I'm just like not good at them. And I also want to get back into running because like I think I see everyone like on their running apps and everybody's running like 8 miles. Like why is everybody running around me besides me? Like I feel like I'm like not part of the cool kids club, and I want to be part of the cool kids club.
And you're shaped like a gazelle. I mean, you're just
Thank
long.
you.
I love that. I sometimes just love models. I love looking at models. I love the walk. I love how every model has kind of their own signature thing. Are there certain models that stand out to you as inspirations?
Oh yeah, Naomi Campbell for sure. Grace Jones, I keep fucking her name up. Danielle Luna, obsessed. I love like honestly, my mom. She's not like a model, but like I've seen her take photos and like the way she carries herself. I think is like the most powerful vision for me as a model. She's like the most beautiful thing I've ever seen, but also people don't tell her that. It's like something that she found within herself, which I think is like the prettiest charm ever. Like to find that inner beauty and to wear it on the outside is like gorgeous.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, you travel around so much for work. I feel like being inspired by models, but also taking sort of the inspiration a little bit. And even though, like someone myself who has no attachment to the modeling world other than being a fan, I can remember watching, we used to watch, it was called FTV, Fashion Television, and it came out on VH1. And it was a half an hour show. And this lady, she was the host, she's Canadian. Her name was Jeannie Becker. And she would go to the fashion shows and interview people and ask them questions. And they were talking about Sports Illustrated one time. And the models were saying like, oh, when I shot the cover of Sports Illustrated, I had to do X, Y, and Z. And something people may not know, obviously you know this, that like in a lot of shots in the environment that you're in, it may not necessarily feel the way that it looks.
Yes.
So they would say like we were on the beach in Alaska, but it was supposed to look like it was summertime because the sun was coming up. And they'd say we'd walk out and they would like, okay, Cindy, we're taking your coat off. And then you just like model through it. And
I love that.
Yeah, I loved hearing that. And so I took that with me, that model through it idea, because sometimes with traveling, I know today you just got off a plane to be here.
I did.
And I know that it's an early morning and you're in full glam and you're completely ready to go. And there has to be a point where you have to sort of model through it and go, I know I'm tired. I know I haven't eaten really what I want. I know you'd love to go lay down.
Yeah.
But you're able to model through it by going, let me tap into a place and a moment I know where I can be present.
Yeah.
And that's so beautiful because not a lot of people can do that. Certainly not a lot of people that have been doing drag for such a limited amount of time. But you have a passion for it.
It really is like, I honestly don't know what I would be doing if it wasn't for drag. And I sit back and think like about times in my life where I didn't know the world of drag or know what drag was. I was like so lost and confused. And like when I found drag and it made me feel the way that I felt, I was like, I always have to feel this feeling. And every time I present Lana to the world, because for me, like, yes, drag is fun and I am learning to have more fun with it, but it's so serious to me because it's so personal. Like I would not know who I was without Lana. So like, every time I'm showing up for a gig or I'm doing something, I have to make sure I'm there and I'm not taking the opportunity for granted because like there's lots of people who pray for opportunities to be in the position that I am. And I'm so grateful to have the opportunities that I have. And so like, I don't want to ever come across like, oh, I'm too good for this or, oh, I don't have to do that. Or like, if I'm said I'm going to be somewhere, I'm going to show up, I'm going to be there, give it my 100%. I can sleep later. There's so much time in the day. I can spend 19 hours working and sleep the other 5, you know, like I'll be fine at the end of the day.
Yeah. You did some dates with Hard Candy events.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
I did.
I just came back from a tour with Daniel from Hard Candy.
Love.
And he had nothing but beautiful things to say about you. Daniel and I have been friends for a very long time.
Oh my goodness.
And so I know he brings a lot of entertainers out and he deals with a lot of people. And I'm not going to say he has horror stories about people, but he doesn't. But he has standouts that he always tells me about. And I was like, hey, you worked with Lana. And he said, I cannot think of a lovelier person.
Oh my goodness.
He said, so present, so kind, so appreciative of where she was. And like, it's just so interesting because maybe it sounds weird to say, but like the streets always talk. You know, there's always people. I feel like wherever we go, we leave a mark with people, and hopefully it's positive for all of us. And I know we all have our moments or whatever, but I just know that for somebody who brings people out all the time, I remember him saying, "Oh no, she was a standout for me.
Oh my
She is so
gosh.
elegant and so kind."
That is so sweet. Thank you for that. I mean, I always say I treat people the way that they treat me. I feel like kindness is a two-way street. You treat me with kindness. The least I can do is give it back to you. Like, it costs nothing to smile at somebody. I feel like it costs more work to be mean, to like try to be in a bad spirit. Like, just smile, have a good time. People want to see you. Like, why would you not show up and show for these people who travel? Some people travel so long to see people. I'm like,
Right.
you don't have good energy. That's so disrespectful to them. Like, I owe everything to people that support me at these shows because I would not be here without them.
I love that.
Like, it's just, I don't get it. Be nice to people. It's not that hard.
Be nice. Make that your New Year's resolution. It's not too late.
It's not too late. It's not. Let's do it.
Let's take a break. We are back with Lana Ja'Rae. Now, a lot of people that watch the show know that what we do here is basically fry the small fish, meaning there's bigger fish to fry in the world.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shit going on. But I like to know what little things are on people's nerves, what they've noticed, what they're mad about. Is there anything happening that you think needs to be fried?
I think so. And I'm actually very passionate about this because I used to love this place so much as a kid. And I just think that my biggest fish to fry is inconsistencies in fast food.
Okay.
When it comes to like specific food orders, I am a huge Taco Bell fan. I
Oh,
love
okay.
Taco Bell. Their Mexican pizza, I think it's one of the most underrated menu items. ever. Delicious. But every time I've been getting Taco Bell recently, I asked for Taco Bell Mexican pizza, no tomatoes. They have like some tomatoes that happen to be on there sometimes, so I forgive them for that. But the flavor is never the same. It's always inconsistent, and I think maybe that's because there's so much Taco Bell in New York City. There's quantity over quality, but I just hate when I bite into a Mexican pizza and it doesn't taste like the Mexican pizza I had 2 days ago. Like, why did it taste different? I don't know if you change the sauce, change the meats. I don't understand.
What would make it good? Do you like it crispy?
The hard shell has to be crispy. And there has to be a nice balance of taco meat and sauce and cheese. And I also have to have the hot sauces. I feel like if I ask for hot sauces, I would like to have hot sauces in the bag because like I can't eat it without the hot sauce.
I think that's fair. I don't think it's asking too much.
I don't think so either. And I'm like, I used to work in the service industry. I love the food industry. So I love you out there. I understand how hard it is to work. But please just make my Mexican pizza.
Right. Do what I ask.
Please. Kindly.
Kindly.
Yeah.
What would be your like go-to order at Taco Bell if you had no worries? You didn't have to be in a certain dress the next day.
Work.
You could just do whatever, and you could sleep in on that meal.
I'll probably do the 5-layer beefy bean burrito.
Okay.
With the cinnamon twist, large Baja Blast, and the Mexican pizza combo with hard tacos instead of soft tacos. No tomatoes or sour cream.
That's what a little baby eats. That's
Yeah,
what a
little
model
baby.
eats. I live for it.
Yeah.
Here's a good question. What if you were gonna go on a day of model go-sees, you were gonna go check out what projects were gonna be happening for you, what would you wear?
What would I wear? Probably like a black tank top and black skinny jeans. Well, because like if I don't know, like I've been trying to blur the line between like my drag meeting like model drag because I can't always paint as like severely as I do in drag when I want to do modeling because like not everybody's looking for like that extreme look.
Sure.
So I feel like more of like a non-binary daytime clothes wear, like as simple as possible, but also like as soft as possible.
If you went to like a go-see and you didn't know, like I would assume that they would tell you if they're looking for male presenting or female presenting models. But I mean, maybe could you go in and be seen for both? And
I mean, that actually has happened to me once. I went into a go-see one time and I was like walking for like a boy. And then they were like, hey, like, do you have any experience like walking in heels or anything? And I was like, yeah, actually I'm a drag queen. Like I love modeling and film clothes as well. So they had me model even though I was like out of drag, but like in like the women's clothing and everything as well.
yeah, that's what I was wondering because I thought, well, because you can kill it better than most in pumps, would you take pumps with you even if you were not
I should start doing that.
like maybe throw them in a bag? I don't
Yeah.
know.
Because like walking in heels is a good skill to have. Like but like someone who identifies as a man or born as a male or whatever, walking in heels is like a big skill. Because like walking them comfortably is like not easy for a lot of people.
Sure. Do you have like a preference for a type of shoe that you like to wear more often than not in drag?
I'm like married to the stripper heel, a pleaser, open toe. I just love like give me the platform, give me the height. I want to feel like I'm towering over everyone. I just love feeling tall. I just love it.
Would you ever wear the ones that have the little tip jar at the bottom?
I don't think I could wear shoes like that again. I used to have a shoe that I wore with like you can put stuff in it, and it was a very traumatic experience for me.
Why?
I looking back at it, it was very stupid. I shouldn't have done it, and I do regret it. But I put a live fish in my shoe for a pageant once. Yeah, because I was like, oh my god, like it's gonna be so cunt to have a live fish in the shoe. But yeah, it didn't go well with the public. They didn't like it. So I would never be wearing those shoes ever again. But the concept of having them is so cool. I love it.
I wonder what else you could put in there. You could maybe create like a still life with flowers.
See, I thought I was doing that. Like I made like a whole like little mini aquarium with the fish. And I was like, oh, this is like a beautiful home. This fish will never feel as like beautiful as they feel in this shoe. But no.
How do you think the fish knew that you were gonna be like modeling in the shoe?
I mean, I talked to the fish and I was like, hey babes, like we're about to make history. Like
Right.
I was like, we're about to go out there, we're about to kill this. And they were like, okay. So I thought they were fine with it. There was no verbal consent, so that's my fault. I should have I was like looking in the eyes of the fish. I should have asked them directly, but I think they knew something was gonna happen.
Well, and we've established that every one of these looks is new.
Yes.
I mean, these are new things. So you're treading new ground.
It's new ground. I was like, let me try something new for me and walk with these fish because I've seen it before in Futurama and on like my life as a teenage robot. I've seen the fish in the shoe before, and I'm like, okay, wait, this is like so cunt. Let me see somebody do it in real life.
Right.
And I was like, wait, maybe I shouldn't do it in real life. That's why it was a TV show and not actual people.
Well, if you were the fish or if you were modeling as the fish in the shoe, what would be a couple of looks that you would give the camera as
Probably
the fish
like,
in the shoe?
ooh,
Uh-huh.
the ears, open eyes,
Uh-huh.
and
I
then
see
you
it.
have to give like a fake dead under it out. Ooh,
I see it. I see
yeah.
it.
You see it?
What if the season you got a call and it was RuPaul's Drag Race, the Runway, and it was all people that would be in the competition with you, and every episode was a fashion show, and it wasn't your clothes. They brought designers in, and you had to work with those designers. Who are some of the standouts you would love to see in that competition with you?
Oh my god!
Other catwalk girls.
Oh my goodness, that is like an amazing idea. I think that should happen because the idea of that sounds so sickening. But definitely Violet would have to be there. Naomi, Simone, Aquaria, Raja, of course. Taste, Black Peppa, Bimini Bamboulash.
These are all great.
Mami Wata, Cam Hugh.
I love that. I love that idea.
That idea is sick. Like you saying that just sparked so much joy into my eyes. Like I was like, wow, like that is like I'm surprised it hasn't happened yet. Like just like a runway competition of drag, or not even a competition, It's like a runway show of like all the drag queens that can pump the runway.
What I love about your answer and the ethical nature of your answer was you were picking other people you consider to be the best in that genre and your contemporaries. And this is something I've put in my brain a long time ago, but I kind of verbalized, which was there's people that refuse to clap for other people. And if you refuse to clap for other people, it's never going to be your time.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're clapping for these people because you know that you can hold your own in that group. And there's no reason why you wouldn't want them there.
Honestly, I know I like being challenged. And if I was to walk into a room and see all those people, I'd be like, oh, wait, I have to step my pussy up. Because like,
I love it.
To be the best, you have to be with the best.
Oh,
You have to be.
I love that. Do you sew? Do you like design?
Well, that's do I sew? I mean, I know how to use a sewing machine. I think the concept of like, I never took like a formal class. I'm very self-taught everything that I do. So like, I don't know how to technically sew. I am in sewing classes now and teaching myself the right way because I'm like, I have visions and things that I don't know how to put together, but I want to put together. So no, I don't know how to sew, to make it a short question.
Well, no, because I think it's a layered answer to that. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I always see people, especially on Drag Race, like, I don't know how to sew. Or Ru says, have you learned how to sew? And I always think like, just lie. Just say yes. Because you know how to put it together.
Yeah, honestly, sewing's not that hard. You can hot glue, you can do whatever, like
that's
put it together,
what I say.
Safety pin it. Like as long as they're walking down the runway, I think that is something impressive. Because like under those stressful situations, to even get something out of your mind is like an achievement. So like
I think that is so true because whether you technically know how to do something, right? Because none of us can technically do everything.
Yeah.
But there's also something that's said for styling something.
Yes.
Because, like you said before, like when you first started doing drag, panty and bra.
Yeah,
down.
All
and
the
there's
time.
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
And so everything that you're wearing now is something new.
What what's funny? People were like getting upset with me about that, but I'm like, I really have not done a lot in my life. Like doing drag has like given me so many opportunities. So like when I was doing things for the first time, I was really doing things for the first time. Everything was new to me. So I was like being honest. I was like, hey, I have never done any of this shit before. So like this is all a new experience. And I was like, I think it's beautiful that everyone was like watching me do everything for the first time because I had literally never done any of it before.
I think it is beautiful. I mean, I think there's for a long time, there's always been talk on Drag Race with it should only be queens that have been doing this for a million years.
Yeah.
And then it was, we don't want people who are social media stars. And then it was, we don't want actors. We don't want this. Why not just, if it's going to be the best of the best, why can't it be somebody brand new?
Yeah.
Why can't it be somebody seasoned? Why can't it be some old bitch? It could be whoever, because the cream rises to the top.
Exactly.
For sure. And again, going back to sewing, I mean, there's a lot of people. Listen, if you're out there and you're watching and you're going to be on Drag Race or you're putting an application out there, if somebody asks you if you know how to sew, just say yes. And then lie through your fucking teeth.
Always lie. It never hurts. I mean, it does hurt to lie. Yes, it does. But also like
a white lie.
A white lie's not going to hurt anybody, you know?
It's not hurting anybody because you're just telling them, you're giving them too much ammunition by saying, I don't know how to do something.
Say you know how to do it. So then it's like, oh my God, wait, you don't know how to do this? Shocker, Make them believe it. Make them believe it. It's all a game, honestly. It really is.
Exactly. I feel like if we were teamed up right now, I can do some pretty decent technical sewing.
Yeah.
But maybe I can't style the look together. But you might be able to say, all right, you get the technical sewing done. I'll style the look together for us because that's the whole point is meeting somewhere and matching together. What can you do? What are your strengths?
Yeah.
I love that. I think there's nothing wrong with that. And, maybe if I've been doing drag for 30 years and maybe you're new to drag, there's no reason why you can't teach an old dog new tricks. I mean, there's no reason why you can't.
Everyone has time to learn. I feel like everyone can learn something every day. I love it.
Listen to somebody new and then also come to it with your eyes. It's the same idea of like following your heart but taking your head with you.
Ooh,
it's that balance. You know what I mean? Take the young spirit from someone who says, I've got new eyes on this, but I'll take your wisdom. But she's gonna bring knowledge.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. If you had the opportunity to travel to like any destination you wanted, where would be the first place you would go?
Probably Bora Bora. Because I think that's like the first place that was put into my head as a kid. I was like, oh my God, what is this destination? And I looked it up and it was like there was fish in the floor.
Do you think the fish that was in your shoe came from Bora Bora?
I think they were. I actually got them from Bora Bora. I told them to ship it to me and they did.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You're a fool. This bitch. Okay, so tropical area, but what about like something, would you be, here's a question. If you were going to do the cover of Sports Illustrated, where would you want that destination to be? Would it be Bora Bora or would it be somewhere even more insane?
It would be like very Terry Mugler in Greenland. Like I need to be in, like, give me the coldest area ever. Like I want to be there, butt naked, freezing to death, but giving you summer vibes. Like I want to be suffering on the inside. I feel like that creates the best picture.
And that's modeling through it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we're talking about. What swimsuit would you want to wear, do you think?
Ooh, probably like something unconventional. Like, I don't know, like saran wrap, see-through. I feel like that'd be so puss.
That would be sickening.
Yeah.
That would be sickening. I know I asked you earlier about snacks or whatever in the airport, but what about if you got stuck in the airport and you had to eat at a restaurant? Would it be like, would you go sit down in a restaurant or would you get food and go sit at a gate somewhere?
No, I have to sit down. If I'm eating at eating at the airport, I have to sit at like a restaurant.
Okay.
Because like I hate sitting down before the gate and watching people like watch me eat. I'm like, why are you looking at me? I feel like I have to be conscious of the noise. I'm like, okay, I'm chewing too loud or like they're staring at me too weird. I must look crazy. There must be something in my mouth. But at a restaurant, I'm like, okay, I'm by myself. I'm in like my own secluded area, which I love.
So if you had to pick from like a Chili's or let's say a P.F. Chang's, or there's going to be an Auntie Anne's pretzels. You have to pick
Auntie Anne's, you know, I think they've really lost the culture over time.
Really?
I used to love Auntie Anne's, but like every time the smell just brings back just like bad memories because every time I get it, it's like it's horrible. It's horrible.
Really?
But I would definitely probably choose the Chili's. I don't think Chili's has ever let me down.
See, you know what you're getting when you go to Chili's.
You know. And the chips and salsa from the start, from the beginning of the experience to the end, it is a great 10 out of 10 experience.
They are not doing anything silly.
No.
I will tell you there was one little silly thing one girl said was they got rid of their regular nachos and now there's like a ranch bacon nachos. Oh. Maybe it's good. I mean, I don't know.
If they switched it, I trust Chili's. I trust their decisions. Chili's, like, you can do
I do stand by them too.
I do. 10 toes down.
Do you like to eat like a meal on an airplane?
It depends because sometimes they aren't always the best. Like I think maybe if I were to bring my own seasonings,
it makes so much sense.
It would taste better, but like I remember when we went to DragCon UK earlier, they gave us like this like pasta with like bread. And I was like, oh my God, this pasta is gonna be so good because how can you mess up pasta?
Right.
But it literally just tastes like hot mush in my mouth, and I was like, I need to put some substance on this or some seasoning or something to make it taste good. But I think I would eat on the airplane.
What would you take if you had like a little bag of seasonings that you could take with you all the time?
Definitely garlic salt, pepper, onion powder, and probably like parsley.
Just to wake it up.
Or like I love like for me when I cook, my favorite thing is like plating. It's like a little like parsley flakes on the top. Just makes it look so beautiful. Even if it tastes like shit, it's gonna look good, which like helps.
Well, it does help.
Yeah.
I mean, it does help. It does make it again. Actually, that kind of goes back to what we were talking about between sewing and styling.
Yeah, honestly,
if you style it,
if you style it correctly, baby, anything can go.
Because how many times do you go to a wedding and you eat like food at a wedding and you're like, this isn't great, but it is on beautiful plates.
I mean, hey, all the wedding cakes that look so gorgeous, do you think they actually taste that good? Absolutely not.
Girl, you know what a lot of people like to do is, and I think it's smart, you have a cutting cake for the wedding, so just something small to cut that's beautiful. And then in the kitchen, they've got all the delicious sheet cakes. So they're cutting sheet cake and giving that out.
Okay.
So you go, oh my gosh, it's so moist. It's so beautiful. It tastes so good. Well, yeah, it's like a square or a triangle or whatever. But you don't have to worry about spending the money on some big cake. You just need something to visually cut in
something
front of people.
Small for the girls and then something big for everyone else.
For everyone else.
But also, do you like a square cake? Like, can you eat a square cake, like a cake that's cut in the square? I feel like I have to always have a pie.
Oh, you like that shape?
Yeah.
Let me tell you something, Lana Ja'Rae. Does it look like I turned down too much cake?
I mean, hey, you know, I don't want to judge. You gotta make sure.
Yeah, no, I particularly love sheet cake, and I love plain cake. Like chocolate cake with chocolate frosting.
Not too much.
Or white cake with white frosting. Or yellow. Do you like yellow cake?
Love a yellow cake. Wait,
cake.
my grandma used to make the best yellow cake. Oh my
Did
God.
she?
Yes. Every holiday, yellow cake was there.
A yellow
Love
cake
it.
with a chocolate frosting? You can't go wrong.
Oh my God. You're speaking to my heart. You're taking me back.
That's like the number
my
one.
God. Yeah.
Because you don't need it complicated.
You don't. Like, let's go back to the basics. We have to go back to the basics. People are trying to reinvent the wheel or do things to make it so extravagant. I'll be fine with the basic vanilla.
Yep.
Basic chocolate, give it to me like I know I'm gonna eat. I don't want to be surprised. Yeah, I just don't like. I like surprises, but like when it comes to things in my mouth, don't surprise me.
Right. Don't just explode.
Yes, like let me know so I can be prepared. Like I need to prep for things like that. You know?
Right. You need to be on prep.
Yes, please get on prep.
Let's take a break. Do you have something on your mind? Perhaps a burning question. Or maybe you just need me to go off about something. Well, now's your chance. Email me at readmedelta@gmail.com and you just might hear your question on an upcoming episode of Very Delta. Don't be shy, baby. Send me an email. We are back with Lana Ja'Rae. Now, this is the part of the show we call Read Me Delta.
Wait, before I have a gift for you, Delta.
You do?
I'm giving you my calendar.
Oh my gosh, stop it.
We're calendar sisters. I know you have yours coming out as well. I wanted to give it to you.
Are you serious?
Of course, yes. I literally brought one. I was like, I have to give you one.
Oh
I'm here.
my gosh. I do not have a 2026 calendar at all in my home. Like I have not purchased any calendar. And this will be the official calendar in my home dressing room.
Absolutely.
Wow. Who did all these photos?
Tanner, he shot my Drag Race package. One of my good friends. Love him so much.
Whoa. These are exquisite.
Thank you.
Look at that. Do you have a favorite color to wear?
Yellow.
Yellow. You do
Love
look
yellow.
beautiful in yellow. You look good in all of these colors.
Thank
I
you.
love this color that you're wearing now.
The green?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Look at you in
I imagine
blue.
I had to match the couch. After the couch is green, I had to be green.
See, you style everything.
Yeah.
You know what you're talking about. I love young babies that are models. I just think it's beautiful. I think it's so. I've had the fortune of having a few girls from Drag Race, Dragula, that are obviously models that have a passion for it, and it's just so fun to see. It's fun to look at. As somebody who grew up again loving it, it's neat to see it happening again with like such a passion, and there's such a place for it. It's so beautiful. Thank you for this.
Thank
this is
you.
beautiful.
Of course.
I love this so much.
Yay! I'm happy.
Oh, letters. I'm stuck on that. I'm thinking about the damn letters. If you wanted to send a letter in, you can send it to readmedelta@gmail.com. Questions, queries, maybe you need advice. Can I use your letter opener?
Of course.
Oh, that's your knife, honey.
Oh, yes.
Yes, she had it stabbed. Dear Delta and gracious guest, being an LA-based broadcaster, much of your fabulous anecdotes capture the trials and tribulations of being a motorist. As a gay who does not drive, I couldn't help but wonder, can public transportation be very Delta? What are your thoughts on trains, trams, trolleys, buses, metros, and the like? How do you navigate these spaces with grace and decorum? Thank you for your generosity and sharing your pearls of wisdom over the years. Kind regards, Very Subway Fish.
I love a Subway fish.
A Subway Fish.
Subway fish.
Are you someone who utilizes public transport?
All the time. I mean, I feel like being in New York, I also don't know how to drive. So I
Okay.
feel you, Subway fish. But in New York, everything is so accessible with public transportation. Like I take the subway all the time in drag.
Mhm.
Like I love taking the train in drag because like it's quicker than a car most of the time. Like it's right there, 30 minutes back and forth, and there's no traffic.
Right.
So I love it. But never the bus. Fuck the bus.
No bus.
No bus ever.
No bus.
Mm-mm.
What about hailing a cab? Is that a thing?
You know, I've always tried. I love the idea of doing it, but I don't know if cabs don't like me or if I'm doing it wrong. But I've never successfully done it by myself.
I always see that in movies.
It's like over here, and
like
they
it's just gonna happen for everyone.
Yeah, but no, they pick and choose.
And that's not the way it works.
No, that's not the way it works. I thought it was. I was like, oh, let me just scream and wave my hand and be pretty. But they're like,
Right.
okay, on to the next.
Right. But your question about public transport, I just it's not for me. I mean, and that's a privilege for sure that I can say. I mean, I do live in the suburban part of LA, so I drive my car everywhere. I always have a car. I like being the person. I like to know where I'm parking, how much it's going to cost. I like to know all of that. I have to vet all of that. The same way, like if I'm going to our new restaurant, which I rarely do, but if I have to go to a new restaurant with people, I got to pull up the menu and know before I get there.
I'm so indecisive.
Really?
I'm so indecisive. Don't ask me to pick the place we're going. Don't ask me to do anything or make any decisions because I'm going to give it right back at you. I can't. Like, I'm like, sure, why not? And I'm like, oh, do you actually want to go? I'm like, I don't know. Like, I've never been there before.
Right.
I can't tell you. Like, I'll probably just get the same thing over and over again.
Right. I don't blame you. I usually do get the same thing over and over no matter where I go. I mean, if I go somewhere and it's just like a casual dining place, if I don't know what I'm going to get, it's just going to be a club sandwich.
Club sandwich, a
easy.
burger, chicken sandwich, or a grilled chicken Caesar.
Easy.
Down.
Easy. No complaints. Well, there's going to be complaints for me.
Well, of course. We have to.
Hello, Delta and Lana. Please name your Mount Rushmore of bobs. What are your divas known for the bob? Shout out Escondido. I guess they live in Escondido. Highest regards, Very Patricia.
Ooh.
Let's see, bobs. Who has a good bob? Mount Rushmore of bobs.
Like, are they like Edna Mode has a good one? I feel like Edna Mode is the blueprint of bobs. Her Mona Lisa has a great bob.
Anna Wintour has.
I'm like, Anna Wintour has a great bob.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm also like, at this point now, anybody can put on a bob,
right?
As a wig. So like, what do we call a true bob? You know, are there
True.
frauds on the Rushmore? I don't know. Like, are they actually wearing a bob or is it a wig?
I liked an Isabella Rossellini bob in Death Becomes Her.
Ooh,
Because
okay,
she's sharp,
okay.
right? I'm a big fan of the X-Files, so I loved Gillian Anderson's red bob as Dana Scully.
I've never seen the X-Files.
Okay, you might get into it.
I need to get into it. Is it good?
Might get into it. It's the make of the show is kind of sleek.
Mm-hmm.
It's very sleek.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am looking for a new show, so I'll watch it today.
Yeah. I mean, she's from back in the day, so
that's fine.
There's not much new technology going on in the show, but
that's okay. I don't judge.
What about who else did a good bob? I feel like Mary J. Blige had a good bob.
Oh, Mary J. has a great bob always.
Yeah.
Or I guess Medea, Tyler Perry has Medea. That is an iconic bob.
That is a bob. Velma Kelly from Chicago.
Yes. That's a nasty bob.
What about a curly bob? Who's got a curly bob?
Velma from Scooby-Doo.
That's a bob.
That's a bob. That's a curly bob, right?
Yeah.
She curls under.
That's a bob. I think those are all pretty decent bobs.
That's pretty decent bobs.
You have a bob.
I have a. I didn't say myself. I'm wearing a bob right now. Oh my god!
And you again, you were doing it with a scarf, but you've changed it up because for a while it was without the scarf, then it was with a scarf a different way. So there's so many options to it.
A bob is very versatile.
It is. It really is. This was so fun. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. I had honestly
so
such a great time. I love talking to you.
You're so easy to talk to.
You're so easy to talk to.
You have easy answers. You have succinct answers, which I love. You know exactly what you want. And I think that it's a new year, and I hope you get every bit of it.
Thank
you deserve it.
Same to you.
I love that. Thank you. We'll see you next week. And until then, keep things very Delta. Very Delta is produced by Moguls of Media, aka Mom. Hosted by Delta Work. Produced and edited by Doug Robertson. Technical direction by Danielle Mitchell. With original theme music by Will Pitts. Media and design support by Stone Cold. And set design by Eris Sevilla. Executive produced by Alaska, Willem, Big Dipper, Camille Stennis, and Joe Cilio. Recorded at Forever Dog Productions. Are you tipping? 25, 35, 45? We'll start the tipping at 25%. And we'll start the tipping at 25%. I see 25. Do I see 35? 35? Do I see 45? No, I see broke.
Mom!
Watch Very Delta uncensored, ad-free, and a day early by subscribing to Mom Plus Gold. Sign up today at mompodcast.plus for premium content, including weekly episodes of More Very Delta.